Hello, it's your buddy Rose here. I'm in the woods today with Aron and Melissa from Wisconsin Mycological Society. We're looking for morels. We didn't find any morels, but we found ramps. Now, they're not leeks, scallions, or shallots, but they are in the same family. Due to their slow growth and over-harvesting, they're becoming quite rare in some places. In fact, in Canada, they're a protected species. But there's a way to sustainably harvest, and we're going to show you how right now. Hey, Aron, what do you have there?
I have some ramps.
Yum.
I was waiting for the word. Allium Tricoccum.
Wow.
They're very young. They've probably been up for less than a week.
I notice you're only harvesting one leaf. Why is that?
If you pull up the bulb, they cannot reproduce, and it takes 7 years, I believe, for a seed to grow into a plant. And if we take all the leaves, they will not be able to continue to photosynthesize and then not seed for the following year.
So that's why you're only taking one leaf from each plant. I see. That's sustainable harvesting.
It sure is. So we've got Allium Tricoxum here, commonly known as ramps in Wisconsin's woods. And one sure way to identify them is if you pull them off, especially if you kind of crush it in your finger and smell it, you can definitely smell that it smells like onions or garlic, kind of. And we're taking one leaf at a time because of the fact that we know that this plant is going to continue to photosynthesize through the rest of the season. And if it does that, it's going to shoot up and it'll have this seed ball. And the seeds are going to continue to make more ramps. And it takes 7 years to make a ramp grow to maturity. So really harvesting them from the bulbs on the bottom is unsustainable. We can cut off the tops, or we can take one leaf at a time to let them continue to mature and go to seed in the season. But really digging them up is not a great way to harvest ramps when they come up.
So here's a fun fact. The indigenous peoples in this area originally called these Chicago, which is also where the city of Chicago got its name due to all of the ramps that were growing along the riverbanks in the area.
This is a ramp seed pod. Notice the black seeds. So if you continue to let the ramps grow, they will shoot out this floret and create these seed pods at the end of each year. And one of these little black seeds, actually, the first year doesn't even grow a plant. It's going to stay in the ground, and it's going to freeze once or twice even before it even thinks about starting to germinate in the ground. So these little black seeds are the magic that are going to create the ramps in the future. And then 7 years later, you'll get one of the more mature plants that we can actually start to harvest from. Kind of magical. Grow babies grow.
So those are the ramps, and these are not ramps.
Right next to each other, they look kind of similar.
Well, you can
Ramps and not ramps. Ramps and not ramps. Here's some ramps and some more not ramps.
So this one is daylilies, and you can tell they're daylilies because of the fact that they have leaves on one single central stem that come branching off alternately as they go up.
Harvesting ramps, you got to be real careful because see this patch right here? Only about maybe 20% of the plants here are actually ramps. They're mixed in with a lot of other similar looking plant species. So you should always be confident before you harvest. So I like to look for the ones that have more than 2 leaves. Here we go. This one here has 3 leaves, so I don't feel bad taking one. I'm going to leave the rest of these though because they look like they only got 2 leaves each. So don't pull up the bulb. You can get all the same great pungent flavor and nutrition from the leaves alone, and these are packed with vitamins and minerals. Ramps are basically some of the first good edibles that come up in the spring, and that's why they were so celebrated by early people, because they'd get a health boost from them after going without so many green vegetables during those long winter months. Now let's go to the kitchen and cook these. I'm going to show you a few different things in this video, but to start, one of the easiest things you could do is ramp rice. And really all this is you get your favorite rice. If you want to keep it wild, get Wisconsin wild rice. Then just mix in, chop up some ramps, put it on the rice, some olive oil, some salt, and bam, you're done. It's delicious. We're a mycology club, so let's do something with mushrooms. Here's some dried black trumpets that I saved from last fall. I'm going to rehydrate them right here first with some water, let them soak for a few hours. Then I'm going to take them and chop them up in a blender and save that water. Don't dump it, because that is really great for soup or stock or to make more rice or pasta later. Save that stuff. It's great. I switched blenders because that first one was crap. Blend it coarsely like this. We're going to make two things with these black trumpets and ramps. First, duxelles, and then a cream cheese spread. So go ahead and blend them together and fry them for a few minutes. Then take some out. We're going to use that for the cream cheese spread, and we're going to make duxelles with the rest. After you salt it, then deglaze a pan with some sherry or dry wine, and there you go. Freeze them in ice cube trays, and you have them for later. Perfect. Then take that stuff we had earlier and mix in some cream cheese. Super easy. This is an excellent spread for your bagels or toast. Great at parties. Save it, serve it right away, or put it in your fridge and save it for later. Let's make breakfast. So ramps and morels are often found growing together. You can always tell true morels from false ones, because true morels are hollow in the center, whereas false morels tend to have a cottony inside. And morels have to be cooked. You cannot eat these raw. They'll make you sick raw. So we're going to make sure our morels are fully cooked. We're going to cook them with the ramps and fry them up for a few minutes. And then once they've been fried for a few minutes, then we're making an omelet basically with these eggs. Super easy. And there you have it, yummy breakfast. If you enjoyed our video, you can learn more at our website and social media, and we also recommend our parent organization, the North American Mycological Association. Happy hunting, friends!